Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll be covering what are network operator requirements and also I'll explain what is Yang. Guys, I have uploaded complete IoT subject tutorials. I'll provide that link in description. You can watch from there. If you are watching this video for the first time, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. Guys, network operators are the people who will manage complex and large networks. They want easy, safe and error-free tools in order to control all the devices in the network. Guys, in order to improve network technology, Internet Architecture Board, shortly we call it as IAB, has conducted workshop with all the network operators. Based on their feedback, these are following requirements. And the first one is ease of use. Guys, operators want easy tools in order to manage network. If tools are complicated, then mistakes may happen and network failure may occur. And second one is clear separation of configuration data and state data. Guys, whatever the settings we give to devices, all the settings comes under configuration data. Example like IP addresses, passwords, etc. And whereas state data will show information about devices like CPU usage, traffic, status, etc. So, if configuration data and state data both are separated, then operators can manage devices easily. And third one is ability to fetch configuration and state data separately. Guys, operators must be able to ask only configuration data and only state data separately. So device problems can be solved easily. That is nothing but troubleshooting will become easy. And fourth one is configure the entire network, not just individual devices. Guys, in network, instead of configuring each device at a time, we can configure all the devices at once by using commands, which will save time and reduce errors. And fifth one is configuration transactions. Yes, configuration transactions are nothing but whenever we update many devices in the network, either all the devices in the network must be updated or no device in the network must be updated. That is nothing but all or none. If some devices got updated and if some other device did not got updated, the network may get failure. And sixth one is support for configuration deltas. This configuration delta means if you want to apply only some changes to network, instead of changing complete settings, that is nothing but instead of changing entire configuration, you can change only particular settings which you want to change. So configuration will be fast and risk will be reduced. And seventh one is dump and restore configuration. Guys, dump mean taking device configuration backup and restore mean using that backup later so that configuration recovery will be easy and we can also copy that configuration to new devices. And eighth one is configuration validation. Guys, whenever we apply any changes to network, the system must check whether the configuration is correct or not, which will prevent network failures due to incorrect settings. And ninth one is standardized configuration data models. Where operators want all the devices use same data model for configuration. Even though if devices are from different companies, configuring devices will be easy. And 10th one is easy comparison of configuration. Guys, whenever we are configuring any devices, then configuration should be maintained in consistency order so that operators can easily compare by using various comparison tools. And 11th one is role-based access control. Guys, all the users in the network don't have full control to network devices. Only network administrator have full control, operators have limited control, and viewer has no control. So based on roles, permissions are given, which will improve security. And 12th one is consistency of access control list. Guys, security rules must be same for all the devices in the network, which will prevent security mistakes. And 13th one is multiple configuration sets. Guys, device need to support active configuration and candidate configuration. Whereas active configuration mean currently running configuration and whereas candidate configuration mean test version of configuration. At first we need to test the configuration and then we can apply that configuration, which will allow safe testing before applying changes permanently. And fourth one is data oriented access control and task oriented access control. For data oriented permissions, operators can use SNMP, and whereas for task-oriented permissions, operators can use CLI, where SNMP stands for Simple Network Management Protocol and CLI stands for Command Line Interface. Network operators want support of both. These are following requirements. Next I will explain what is Yang. Guys, Yang stands for Yet Another Next Generation. Guys, IoT device will use Net Configuration Protocol, and this Net Configuration Protocol will use Yang. Yang will perform various kinds of actions on IoT devices like it will organize data, it will read data, it can change settings and also it can display data on IoT devices. And Yang will define what kind of data that is present in IoT device and then it will arrange data in proper format. Normally Yang will collect data from IoT device and then it will display data in hierarchical tree structure. Like data is arranged in the form of parent child, so that we can easily understand data and we can manage data. Because for example, there is smart fan. We can check smart fan details in app by using Yang model. Yang model will send commands and then it will receive data like what is fan speed, what is fan status, whether it is on or off, fan information, who is manufacturer, etc. So IoT device will use net configuration protocol, and this net configuration protocol contains Yang model. This Yang model will collect data from IoT device. It will do settings, it will perform various kinds of actions, and then it will display data in proper format. Thus, normally there are two types of data. One is configuration data, that is nothing but whatever the settings we can do on IoT device. We call those settings as configuration data, so we can easily change settings. And second one is state or operational data. The state data mean data generated by device during operation, like what is CPU range, what is memory usage of IoT device, what are its temperature levels, etc. We cannot change state or operational data because it is generated by device. And Yang can separate these two types of data. Next I will explain key features of Yang. The first one is data modeling language. Thus Yang will display device data clearly, like it tells what kind of data is present in the device and how it should be written. And Yang will use tree-based structure. It will arrange device data in the form of tree, like what is device, whether it is fan or AC or etc. and the device name, status and IP address, etc. Where device is parent and all these are children. And third one is modular design. Thus Yang model can use other models. For example, in one module, all details are common like device name, manufacturer, model, etc. Simply we can import these details to other module, which will save time and avoid errors. And fourth one is constant support, that are nothing but rules. Guys, by using Yang, we can set rules on IoT devices like what is highest value range, what are mandatory fields, and what are default values, etc. So it will save wrong data entry. And fifth one is supports configuration and state data. Configuration data means settings, which we can change, and state data will display device status. And sixth one is RPCs and notifications. Guys, RPC means remote procedure call. It will work by using commands. That is, Yang will work based on commands. Based on commands, we can get information of IoT device. And next one is notification. Guys, Yang can give notification, like if something happen, immediately Yang will send alert messages. And next one is Yang node types. Guys, Yang node is nothing but it is the place where data is stored in Yang model. Normally there are four types of nodes. First one is leaf node. Leaf node contains only one value. For example, if you consider fan status, it will display only on, which is one value, and fan speed 3, which is one value. And second one is leaf list. Leaf list contains list of values. For example, if you consider fan supported speed, it will display 1, 2, 3, 4 in list. This is example. And third one is container. Guys, container will store group of related data. For example, if you consider fan contains information like brand, model, status, etc. So container will store group of related data. And fourth one is list. Guys, list will store similar type of records. For example, there are 5 fans. All these 5 fans information is stored in list. Like fan list contains fan 1. Fan 1 contains brand, model, speed, status. Similarly, fan 2, fan 3, etc. So list will store multiple similar records.